Have you ever felt poor, not only in money, but in chances? Have you ever looked at your life and asked, why is success so far from me? Do you know what it feels like when you dream big, but your pockets are empty? My dear friend, I understand that pain. Many people walk with heavy hearts, thinking success is only for the lucky ones. But the truth is different, and today you will see it. If you've ever been someone who dreams big but feels small, this story is for you. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Arif, 24 years old. He lived in a small, dusty village where cows walked slowly and children played in the street. His job was simple. He carried bags at the local market and earned just enough for rice and tea. But inside his heart, Arif held a bright dream. He wanted to start a small shop one day, a place with clean shelves, warm lights, and people smiling when they came in. But Arif had one big problem. He believed he was too poor to start anything. Every morning he woke before sunrise. He walked to the market, tired and quiet, while others saved money. Arif spent his days thinking, maybe this is my life forever. People in the village would say, dreams don't work for boys like him. Some laughed kindly, some laughed cruelly. Arif felt small, but he didn't know a small moment was coming, one that would change everything. One hot afternoon, Arif tried to start a tiny side business. He bought a few fruits to resell, but the fruit spoiled before he could sell them. It was another failure. He held the rotten fruit in his hands and felt his heart grow heavy. That evening, he sat under a big old banyan tree near his village. There, an old man named Uncle Rahim sat quietly, carving wood. He was known as a wise man with calm eyes. Rahim looked at Arif and said, you carry a storm inside you today. Arif sighed. Uncle, I dream big, but I have nothing. No money, no chance. Rahim smiled softly, reached into his pocket, and took out 2 small seeds. One seed is weak, the uncle said. The other is strong. If you plant both, the weak one can still grow tall if you water it every day. Arif frowned. But why? If it is weak, it will die. Rahim shook his head. No, a seed does not know it is weak. It only knows it must grow. Arif looked at the seeds in his hand. He felt confused and a little afraid. He didn't understand the lesson yet. Days passed, but the seed stayed in Arif's pocket. He continued working, continued struggling, continued doubting himself. Then one morning, something broke inside him. At the market, a customer shouted at him for a mistake he didn't make. Everyone watched. Arif felt shame burning inside his chest. That night, he returned to the banyan tree. For the first time, he understood something. If he did nothing, nothing would ever change. He took the seeds home. Behind his small house was a tiny patch of dry soil. He knelt down, pushed his hands into the earth, and planted them. It is hard, he whispered. He watered the soil. The next few days were painful. His back hurt. His hands bled. But he kept going. At first, nothing grew. He felt like a fool. But Uncle Rahim's words stayed in his mind. A seed does not know it is weak. So Arif changed himself. He woke earlier. He saved a little money every week. He read simple business books at night. He watched people at the market and learned what customers liked. Weeks went by. A small green shoot appeared in the soil. It was tiny but alive. Arif smiled for the first time in a long while. Slowly, his habits grew stronger, just like the plant. He stopped saying, I am too poor. He started saying, I can build something small. And that small belief became his new life. 1 year later, Arif opened a tiny stall beside the market. It was only a wooden table with fresh fruits on top, but he cared for it with pride. People noticed his kindness and honest work. The same villagers who once laughed now said, this boy changed himself. Arif's business grew slowly like the strong seed. He saved enough to open a bigger stand. His little dream finally took shape. One evening, He visited Uncle Rahim and said, "Uncle, now I understand. I was not weak. I was a seed that needed water." The old man nodded with a warm smile. "Dear friend, maybe you feel like Arif once felt. Maybe you think you are too poor, too late, too small. But listen closely. Every one of us carries two seeds inside, the seed of doubt and the seed of hope. The one you water becomes your life. Start small. Start today. Take one step forward. Because the longer you wait, the deeper your fear grows. Your dream is not weak. It only needs your care.